I've had to cringe multiple times at some of the blog post copy I've seen. Our blogs have the potential to let clients in. Recently I read from a business owner about if you're considering to buy from someone like a course or a digital product, or you're wanting to hire them, then have a look at their free content to see if they're a good fit for you. And it got me thinking just how powerful the content we create can be. So in today's video, I want to share with you a simple blog post template that I use to help create SEO-friendly blog posts that actually connect to your audience. Hey, my name is Hannah. Welcome back. If you're new here, I help business owners show up consistently and wholeheartedly without the overwhelm. Now, let's get into this template. So the first thing is create an SEO-friendly title that entices your ideal potential clients. Remember, when we're writing a blog post, particularly if we're doing case studies or if you're doing showing portfolio work, it's not really necessarily about that person. It's actually about the potential client, and they're having a look at that portfolio stuff. So when you're creating a blog post title, I've seen things like a beautiful love story of Jim and Karen, or the thing that I love doing the most at the moment, or those kind of storytelling things. Now, they may work on Instagram, but they don't work for blog posts. And the reason for that is, number one, it's not going to help your SEO to show up. And number two, it doesn't really explain how it's going to benefit the potential client to read that. You want to entice them in. So, for example, it may be Joshua Tree elopement inspiration. Now, you're doing it about a Joshua Tree session you did, but it's actually about enticing someone that wants to go to Joshua Tree and hire you. It might be 3 onboarding tips for your potential client, and you might be a Dubsado expert helping explain onboarding things. You wouldn't say something like, the way I love to onboard clients in a way that makes them smile. Because yes, that's the purpose, but your real purpose of the blog post title is to actually entice someone to read it, and that's going to be done through a practical, short, straight to the point blog post title. So that's what I would recommend. Now, if your location matters, for example, you're a photographer or you're a makeup artist or something like that, then you want to make sure that you're including locations within your blog post title so that people can find you. So that's what you do. Think of the blog post title. The next thing you want to do is then you want to create an introduction that's straight to the point, but it brings people in a bit more of an inviting way than your blog post title. So this might be something like some statistics that you've read recently. For example, if you're doing a blog on Pinterest, it might be about how, so-and-so used Pinterest to find her wedding dress, and it's kind of either stories or analytical stuff or just something about the location or something like that to bring people into what you're going to talk about. Then what you want to do after you've done your introduction is you want to clearly state the main point of your blog post. So it might be, in today's post, I'm going to share with you 5 tips for choosing your wedding venue. Or it might be, in today's video, I want to share with you 3 ways to convert your potential clients. So whether it's video, blog post, whatever it is, you want to clearly articulate what the main point is early on, like straight after the introduction, so that they are aware of what they're about to read. Normally, I suggest putting that in italics or bolding it so that it really stands out, because that's what you want people to know. Now, the next thing that you want to do is then you want to list your main points. Now, I recommend doing about 3 to 5 main points because that just helps structure it mainly for you to write. So you might put sort of subheadings in bold and then some text under there. It might be a more tutorial based blog post where it's, step 1, do this, step 2, do that. But whatever it is, make it clear for your potential client or your reader to actually know what your points are and where to find them. Because trust me, not every person will read the entire blog post word for word. So those main points, you want to make them stand out to someone so that they keep reading and keep looking. So once you've done those main points, you've put them out, then you want to state your main takeaway point again. Now, it would probably be similar to the main point stated above, but it's just more of a takeaway point that you want to get people to. The last thing is then you want to have a call to action. So I always suggest putting a pin for later with 2 Pinterest images as a call to action that's always there. Then you're going to add something in. So it might be to download a freebie. It might be to book you as a wedding photographer, or whatever that call to action is, state that in there toward the end. Then what you do is you just fluff up your actual blog post. You put in pictures, you put in case studies, you put in quotes, whatever you can to really bump up that blog post, that's what you do. But what I suggest doing is take this copy, take this template, and actually just use it over and over again whenever you're about to create a blog post. And if you need some more help with that, I actually have a template that walks you through exactly the workflow I use, how to actually create copy that's SEO friendly, everything like that. And so I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for new YouTube videos every single Monday at 6 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.